Our result, $2 million. Insurance offer, $100,000. Our result, $4.65 million. That's the difference experience makes. Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice.
In 1985, Vallarta Supermarkets was founded as a small carniceria in Van Nuys, California. Providing our community with authentic foods and outstanding customer service was our dream. From this humble beginning, Vallarta has grown to serve many more communities in Southern California and beyond. Vallarta Supermarkets, 40 years at your side.
This week only at Ashley's Labor Day sale. Shop doorbusters starting at just $3.99. Add a queen mattress now just $2.79. Or get free white glove delivery. Plus pay no interest until 2030 with no down payment when you buy in store. Only at Ashley.
Win our Vegas football getaway giveaway. Tickets to the Big Vegas versus LA game. A 2-night stay at the Palms Casino Resort. A $200 credit and more. Monday.
Now at 7, federal agents ramping up immigration enforcement raids across Southern California. We are live with reaction.
And President Trump's sweeping global tariffs still in effect, but for how long? As an appeals court rules, he had no legal right to impose them.
And millions hitting the road and the skies this Labor Day weekend. We are tracking the holiday conditions now on the news at 7. Good evening, I'm Cher Calvin.
Happy Friday, I'm Courtney Friel. Micah is off tonight.
Federal agents sweep up more undocumented immigrants during frightening raids across Southern California.
The latest chaos unfolded in Pomona and Studio City, and the White House border czar says there will be many more as the president's mass deportation plan ramps up. KTLA 5's Chris Wolf joins us live from Studio City with this story. Hi, Chris.
Yeah, good evening, ladies. How are you? Homeland Security officials say today's operation at this car wash behind me here in Studio City was a targeted action, picking up 4 illegal immigrants from Guatemala and Mexico, including one person who has a criminal history, previously arrested for possession of marijuana for sale.
Get out of here! Get out of our community!
Emotions reached the boiling point in Studio City and elsewhere. U.S. Border Patrol agents haul off a man suspected of being in the country illegally in one of the latest immigration operations in Southern California. This one at a Home Depot in Pomona.
I don't know where they went. There's a current TRO, temporary restraining order, that they cannot be coming in and doing and just making these ICE sweeps.
But the sweeps continue, also taking place at a popular car wash along Ventura Boulevard in Studio City Friday morning.
Get the out of our community! What the is wrong with you?
Then I hear some guy screaming. It was one of our employees. He was screaming like someone was stabbing him. And I walk over here and I see the ICE agent threw him on the floor, twisted his arm, and the guy's like, I have my ID in the locker. I have my ID in my locker. And it was just disgraceful. You're a big bully.
All of this is happening against the backdrop of a major recruitment campaign with the Department of Homeland Security following the passage of President Trump's big, beautiful bill, earmarking about $170 billion for border and immigration enforcement, including tens of billions for hiring deportation agents and other personnel. According to reports, Border Patrol and ICE agents have made about 5,000 arrests in the LA area since June. ICE statistics for the month of July show that agents arrested more than 2,700 people in the state of California. About 67% of those had no criminal convictions, and 54% had never been convicted or charged with a crime. Reporting live in Studio City, Chris Wolf, KTLA 5 News.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. In other news, a federal appeals court has ruled President Trump had no authority to impose sweeping tariffs, claiming he was not legally allowed to declare national emergencies that he used to justify them. The court left the tariffs in place for now, allowing the administration time to appeal to the Supreme Court. The ruling may throw into question deals the U.S. has struck with the EU, Japan, and other trading partners to address reciprocal tariff rates. President Trump blasting the move, saying the decision would, quote, literally destroy the U.S.
A 20-year-old man suspected of the unprovoked fatal shooting of a 13-year-old boy in Pico Rivera has been arrested. Andres Chavez is accused of gunning down Saif Mendez outside a gas station August 23rd, where Mendez had been waiting for his mother to finish her shift. Chavez fled the scene but was taken into custody yesterday. He's now being held on $2 million bail.
At least one person was hospitalized in East LA after a car collided with a Metrolink train before crashing into a King Taco. This happened this morning. Officials say a black SUV turned in front of the train. The impact of the crash sending that car through yellow pole barriers and into a King Taco sign. The crash caused delays on the Metro E line.
A disturbing scene at a cemetery in Compton where dozens of headstones have been damaged or destroyed, others stolen. And this isn't the first time this cemetery and others nearby have been targeted by vandals.
Ktlat's Lindsay Pena has more on what's behind the heartbreaking crimes.
Relief for two sisters here at Woodlawn Celestial Gardens in Compton when they saw their grandparents' headstone was still intact.
We wanted to make sure that the memorial was still here. It means a lot to us. It's been a long time since our grandparents died, but you know, they live in our hearts, so we come, you know, we want to be here.
Within the last few weeks, thieves struck this final resting place, disturbing and stealing dozens of headstones, presumably to turn around and sell the metals inside them like copper for money.
It just breaks my heart just to see everything that people are, like, I can imagine the people that lost their family's headstone, how they feel. I mean, some people can't afford it, you know, to even replace them.
This isn't the first time Woodlawn has been targeted. KTLA cameras captured the damage and theft here last spring. The same thing reported at another cemetery nearby as well. Woodlawn's owner says it's happened several times in the past 2 years, with hundreds of headstones or plaques being destroyed or taken altogether.
I'm overwhelmed.
Celestina Bishop, who owns Woodlawn, says she struggles with the weight of what's happening and how it's affecting local families.
You know, having to explain to someone that, you know, your only symbolic memory of your family, someone decided to steal it. That's reopening grief.
Right now, she says she and her family and volunteers are trying to patrol the grounds to deter any other would-be thieves.
My message to the thieves is stay away from us.
Lindsay Pena, KTLA 5 News.
An Orange County bookie who operated an illegal gambling business linked to the imprisoned former interpreter of Shohei Ohtani has himself been sentenced to a year in federal prison. Matthew Boyer was also ordered to pay more than $1.6 million in restitution after pleading guilty to operating an unlicensed gambling business, money laundering, and subscribing to a false tax return. Ohtani's interpreter, Ipe Mizuhara, is serving a 57-month sentence after placing 19,000 bets with Boyer's illegal business.
All right, well, after reviewing national ticket sales, lottery officials have boosted the top prize for Saturday's Powerball jackpot drawing from $950 million to $1 billion. The jackpot has been rolling since May 31st, and it's now the 6th largest prize in the game's 33-year history. And the odds of winning are 1 in 292 million. A winner would have a cash option of $453 million before taxes.
An administrative law judge has rejected a request by State Farm and the California Department of Insurance for a virtual pre-hearing proceeding on a pending rate hike. State Farm is seeking to raise homeowner rates 11%. This after being granted an emergency 17% hike in May. The insurance department argued for virtual hearings due to safety concerns regarding, quote, frustration related to claims team's handling. The judge ruled the rate hike request must be made public. State Farm expects to pay out over $7 billion in losses from January's fires.
California Highway Patrol will, quote, flood roadways with all available officers this weekend. An aggressive effort to stop impaired driving during the Labor Day holiday. Over 1,000 DUI arrests were made during last year's holiday operation. Those 61 lives were lost, including 21 linked to impaired driving. Enforcement began tonight at 6 and runs through Monday at midnight.
Speaking of, from the ground to the skies, long lines at LAX mean the Labor Day travel traffic has officially begun. Although we can't really see the traffic in that shot, but a beautiful sunset. It's a live look at LAX, where nearly 230,000 passengers are expected to pass through today alone. Nationally, 17 million are expected to take off this holiday weekend. Let's get over to Vera Jimenez with a look at the holiday conditions.
Thank you so much. It is going to be warm, Courtney, that is for sure. We are going to see temperatures well above average, just like we did this afternoon. We are going to see a warming trend and drier air. Fire weather concerns are going to impact LA County mountains and some of their higher desert areas. We are going to see that easterly flow return by about Tuesday of next week, and that means it is going to be hot, muggy, and unstable over the mountains and the deserts. As we